Okay, I've been back now following the climb. I know I didn't say it on my previous videos, but obviously I spent New Year's Day in hospital, just recovering from dehydration, exhaustion, and a fluid buildup in my lungs. I was given a load of antibiotics and stuff to be getting on with. My voice is coming back slowly, so things are improving greatly there. The climb down was probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life, or the worst day of my life. I was pretty sure at some point that I was probably going to just collapse there, and that was it. And I've only learned today that the route we came down, Umboy route, is, and this is independent, is the hardest route and not one that people who are, unless they're really experienced climbers, should try. Because even though you get up and down quicker, it's shortest, it is the steepest. It is pretty much a vertical drop, as I found out, having to come down through rocks and holding on to tree roots, which were, when I was in a weakened state, it was pretty difficult, and it had been raining, so a few times I slipped, a few times I fell, but luckily there were people to grab hold of me, and I managed to stabilise myself. But you know, it was touch and go a couple of times where I think I missed something, or not gripped it properly and not being able to recover myself, then yeah, it would have been curtains. I thought at one point, because my leg got trapped as I fell between two trees, I thought I'd broken my ankle. And if that had happened again, I couldn't see any way that how they get you down from there in that case, especially in my condition, because I couldn't drink any water, couldn't eat any food. My glands are swollen of my throat, and that was pretty much blocked, so breathing through the mouth was difficult. Swallowing was really difficult, just felt like swallowing razor blades. And it took us about 13 hours to get down, and that last 2-3 hours was in pitch black with just head torches on through, and I was being dragged by these guys, basically one on each arm, dragging me, and I was walking as best I could, unable to see where we were going, to get to the ambulance. Bless the rangers, they'd called them, and they tried to get as close as possible. That was still about 2 miles in from the foot of the mountain, but the guide made a real effort to get a 4x4, a huge 4x4 I have to say, as close as he could. So you know, had he been a stubborn guy, it would have meant another hour and a half, 2 hours to get to him, by which time, yeah, I think I may well have succumbed. So I don't think I've ever been so happy in my life to see an ambulance, that's fair to say. And the guide got us there and got us signed out of the park to say we've been done, and then over to the hospital to get checked and stuff, and they decided to keep me in. I definitely need to rehydrate and make sure that I was okay. So I think while everybody else was popping champagne corks, I was looking down the corridor out my room at the x-rays and a couple of other things. But yeah, doctor there was terrific, treated me. You know, he did say that I was quite crazy to have done a climb with an infection in the first place. I should never have done it, but you know what, we're all experts in hindsight. Certainly an experience never to forget. I mean, obviously at the hotel, and you see in the background, I'm just sitting outside in the sun waiting for the rest of the team to come. They should, I think they've all completed it, and they should be down. I was going to go and meet them at the gates. I'm just waiting for a guy to come pick me up. My voice is coming back, yes, antibiotics are helping. There were times when I could hardly speak and swallow. Things are better. Didn't want to panic anyone by phoning home and telling them that, which is why I was a bit evasive. Would I do it again? Probably, but not during the winter period, and certainly not if I had any inkling of being unwell. If I'd done this a couple of months ago, when I was actually peak health, I have a feeling I would have done this okay. You know, they were quite amazed that I actually got to 4,600 metres, basically on one lung. Stupid, yet they said probably. Yeah, it wasn't something that they recommend anyone try. And the guy said, yeah, you look like a stubborn sort of man, and I know I was quite stubborn, and I was going to try to carry on the next leg if it hadn't been for the advice I got, and basically a lot of people telling me, how it could have resulted in a fatality. I had to succumb to basically common sense, so it took hold. and that's it. Anyway, I'll speak to you later on. I'm getting better. There's no need to worry about anything. Love you all lots, and speak soon.